Like, I think for most people that they're not going to relate to what I was saying as like you leave college and you find the thing that you want to do and you get that great job, or you find that moment or that thing in your career where you're like, this is what I want to be doing and I want to keep climbing at this company, or I want to do this thing and I found the girl that I want to get married to and I want to get engaged. And like, that doesn't happen for most people. It definitely happens for some. But for most, I would say that that is not the scenario. That's not the situation or the circumstance. And it doesn't always come naturally and easy. And a lot of the time, you start to find your thing, or you start somewhere and you fall into a routine. And it's hard to break out from any of those things once you get used to them. We get complacent and we like the way that things are, even if we feel like something is missing or not completely right. And it's really hard to just like shake it all up, Chicago, because something may not potentially work out. Like if you decide to leave a job, or you decide to leave the girl you're seeing, or you decide to move cities, like it may not work. You may then end up in a city that you don't actually like, or you may end up in a place where you feel even more alone. You may take a job where you feel even more lost than you did before, or more off the path you thought you would be on. You may date somebody else you like even less and be like, fuck, I wish I had what I used to have. And the fear of what could happen if you do try, or if you do take a risk, holds us back a lot of the time from ever even trying. And that leads us into that question of, am I settled? Have I been complacent? Am I settled down into something that is good but is not great? Am I settled into something that like I'm happy with, but I know there's something more for me if I had taken that risk, or if I still do take that risk? But what could potentially go wrong, or what might potentially happen, holds us back from even trying in the first place. And you know that you could try your hand at something else, but that still might be the wrong thing. And that attitude towards change pushes us back into that routine where we feel like we're settling. And we all have to start somewhere with something. Like, you have to take your first job, or start going on dates, or move somewhere, or live somewhere. Like, we all have to find our first thing that we're going to do. And from there, it becomes really hard to break out from that thing, because then you have to start over again, and you have to start from the top again. And you're like, oh, I just did that. Like, I just learned how to live in this, or I just learned what to do when I got here. I just learned how to deal with all these people and communicate with this boss and work with these people. And I just learned how to communicate with this girl. Like, you're telling me now that I learned all this, I have to then wipe the slate clean and start over? Like, why the hell would I want to do that? Because I just learned how to do all this. I just dealt with all of the uncomfortableness of starting a new job, or of moving somewhere, or of dating this new person. And now you're telling me that I have to do it again if I'm not that happy? Because like, that sounds like even more of a bad or a hard experience. And I just did that. Like, why would I want to do that again? And what I'm saying is that, yeah, that's kind of the point of this. And that's kind of the point of our 20s, is that these are the moments where we're told, or this new kind of phenomenon. And it's also the time in which we need to take risks, and we need to try new things, and we need to put ourselves out there and keep dealing with these immense amount of changes again and again and again, and on top of each other, and stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. Living through it, it doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it any easier. Like, you hear the sentiment of like, in your 20s, you should go try things. You should go do everything. You should go be whoever you want to be. You should go move somewhere. You should go live somewhere else. You should go take a new job, take a new risk, start the company, date the girl, like do all of the things that you want to do, because this is the only time in your life that you're able to do that, because it's a time where you have the least amount of responsibilities, the time where you have the least amount of things you have to worry about. And this is the only time in which you can take those risks. This is the only time in which you can try all the things you want to try. And we hear all of that, and we know that that is what we're supposed to be doing, but that doesn't make the change any easier. That doesn't make the change any lighter. That doesn't make having to start again or start something new any easier. And once you're in something, it becomes much harder to break out of it again and start over and start again.